water. Hey guys, so do something a little bit different, a little bit of a shorter video this round. Haven't had a lot of time, it's been busy. Spring's coming, things are happening, getting things done around the place. But there's still some cool stuff that we could touch on. I won't be painting a mini today, but I will be adding to minis I have already painted. What we're going to play around with today is this stuff, Vallejo's water texture. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So before I started this channel, I had already done quite a bit of painting. I've painted Arcadia Quest, Super Dungeon Explorer, a lot of the Rising Sun, and also a Kickstarter that I got in not too long ago, which was Deep Madness. Deep Madness, very cool game. Might even play around with it. I don't think there's a whole lot out there for it, really, as far as for how it's played through. It's pretty cool. It's tough. It's really hard. At least we haven't won a game yet. So anyway, this is Deep Madness. Now this is just the core, and I've got every single guy in this painted. I don't know if you can see up there. See, there's Rising Sun on top, and then the next two that are just down from that, those are a couple of the expansions. I haven't painted those yet, so we can still do some painting. And I also plan on using this from Vallejo to paint those, which is a new primer that they have for priming your minis. It comes actually with two different nozzles. One's like a big wide spray, so you can do a bunch at once or a large area, and then a smaller nozzle as well for just doing your regular base coating. This is going to be really, really cool for this game because everything in the game is kind of fleshy looking. So here we have, see if I can hold this up here. There is all of the characters for the main game, other than the big ones that are still in the box. And you can see the bases of the main characters, like the ones that you're investigators as they call them, right down here on this side. You can see they have a blue base. Is because they're in an underwater. They're in an underwater area, and in order to get through the game, you got to go through compartments that are full of water. So their bases are blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, say, the doctor here, and we're gonna add a water texture to him. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so here's our guys that we got to do for our water effects. I was talking about fleshy looking characters. Like, here's one of the larger guys. So as you can see, it's pretty weird looking creatures of doom and death and destruction and devouring and whatever it is. But anyway, here's another one here too. Pretty nifty looking. But you can see again, they're just fleshy. I did most of the work on these with actually using an airbrush because a lot of the base was the same, right? So I think it turned out right. So now we're going to start doing the base on these guys. Let's try this out. I'm really excited. So one of the things that this Vallejo water texture acrylic, is this is massive. Again, I bought this down at North Bay Games and Hobbies here in North Bay, and it was only $14.99. But like, look at the size of this. Now, like, if you're gonna do like a terrain, maybe
and do like a big large area, you'd burn through this. But if you're going to use this for like what I'm using it for, I just took a corner off of it. Now one of the things that they mention in the instructions for using this stuff, so it says right here, dense blue gel of a color similar to that Atlantic Ocean. Due to the translucent nature of the product, it is recommended to apply it on a base painted previously with a darker color to enhance the effect of depth. The gel can be mixed with model air or game air and dries in approximately 24 hours depending on the thickness of the application. Foam can be used for the crest of waves. Painting tools are cleaned with water. So we already have the bases coated just in blue, so that's going to shine through. We could actually maybe even do the bases of these guys, which are black, and then like they said, you would see depth. So it could be interesting to even try it maybe on the monsters. I'd have to paint a lot more. So for now, we're just going to try with these guys. May as well stick them onto something so it's easier to hold on to. Oh yeah, this stuff goes on like that mud. Or can go on thick, I guess. I guess what you're going to want to do is probably like a build up and do like a kind of like a circular around where they're stepping, as if they're stepping into water. That actually looks kind of cool. So that's our water. There we go. So there's the first one done. Now let's try some around this guy. Now yeah, you would see you would have to definitely add quite a bit. But so you can see, you could probably make that look pretty cool with the black too. But the difference between this one and this one, because that's going to heal pretty much just like that. I think that looks pretty cool. That looks like they're actually standing in some water of some kind. Probably move this around a little bit over here just to the edge of it. See what I mean? Like I'm barely taking any out of that container. For now, I'm just going to get it completely coated and then we'll touch up. Alright, I think that actually turned out really good too. Like he's standing in water. You know, you could probably add some other things too, like to add effect. Like this one here, there's the odd one already has a stone or something that they're standing on, but you could probably add, something like that. Glue a couple of those down first, let that dry, and then add water around it too, which that would look pretty cool. But for now, so here we are with it dried. And actually it looks not too bad. Now, like, I already had painted these, but I didn't anticipate that I was going to be adding like a water texture to it, so I probably would have done a little bit more for the base before, adding this like watery kind of stuff. Instead of just being blue, right? I would have maybe added a little more depth to it, but that's what I had on there already. Let's see. So it's not bad. It gives it that kind of a little bit of a wet look, really. They're kind of sanding in water. But I could have done, maybe around before putting this on, I could have maybe added some white in, or before doing a final coat on the characters, because these guys are already protected. Could have done a little bit of white where like maybe the water splashed up against or around their boots and stuff or whatever it is to kind of add that little more of an effect. Right? But overall that's not too bad. I think when it comes to doing some of the larger characters, when doing something like this guy, I think it would be pretty cool because of the dark. Adding a little bit of some light bits of blue, very, very lightly, and putting the rings in as if he's like just been plopped down into the water. I think that would look pretty neat. Either way, so far, this stuff is pretty neat, and to do all of those, I used like just this little bit out of the corner here. That's it. So, stuff goes a long way. I've seen some videos where they did some really big areas, using one of these containers and doing a lot of water. Just to use bases for small characters like this, I think that stuff would last a long time. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for this week. Next week I think we're probably going to finish off some Gloomhaven guys, and hopefully I'll have some Kickstarters coming in. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, do all the usual, and I'll see you next week.